I just want to welcome everyone to the 222nd birthday celebration for Thaddeus Stevens. My name is Chris Metzler. I'm the Director of Student Services at Thaddeus Stevens. And as is the case when we do this, I think the 10 years I've been coming, 9 it has been raining. So we're sticking with tradition. We're here to honor a man who fought for freedom, fought for education, and who left a legacy that still today is changing lives for citizens of Pennsylvania. And I just want to recognize all those people that really put a major part to continuing that dream. We have a lot of representatives here from local government. I know that Senator Brubaker was unable to come today, but Representative Sterla, who's a big supporter, as well as Mayor Gray. I saw him. There he is. And I also want to acknowledge that the legacy of Stevens lives today through the college, Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology. We have a number of our students. We had several come out Monday to clean the area. They do a lot for the college, but really the leadership of the college and Dr. William Griscom, the president of the college, does a lot to continue to improve the state, the Commonwealth, through providing quality education to students. So I just want to thank everyone for that. So because it's raining, I'll keep my words short, and right now I'd like to turn it over to Alex Monroe, the Executive Director of the Thaddeus Stevens Foundation and Alumni Association. Alex?
Thank you. Well, good afternoon. We're used to having adverse weather here. We've gone through this. I think last year was the first time we had it in about 18 years. It was sunny. But we're here to, just a tribute to Thaddeus Stevens. If you realize, 222 years ago, his mother had a little baby, and that was Thaddeus Stevens. And he's carried on into his manhood. He was a man of, I can't compete with that. So Mayor Gray, did you do this? No, the fire trucks. But no, one of the things we certainly have the individuals that is going to say the patriotic and the political things about Thaddeus Stevens. But one of the things that that stands out with me is the diversity, and we talk about diversity in today's world. A lot of times people think it's only the color of skin about diversity, and diversity is in many different avenues. Diversity of geographic and feelings, and there's diversities all around us in every which way. But the things that it's amazing that Thaddeus Stevens, he practiced what he practiced back in the early 1800s, or some of the major issues that took place or are taking place today. As we learn to live with one another, as we work with one another, we talk about team efforts. We say all these wonderful things, but we have to put them into practice. And I look at today. I just look around here, and I was thinking, we talk about diversity. It's like you take a piece of ground and you plow it up, you cultivate it, and you at home around your house or in a flower bed. Unless you plant the seeds, you never get the flower. You can talk about it, but you got to plant the seeds. And you plant seeds that'll produce red flowers, yellow flowers, green flowers, whatever they are. But they have to be planted and cultivated, and we're flowers. We're flowers, the kind that Thaddeus Stevens talked about. We're part of that flower bed of mixed flowers. And out at Thaddeus Stevens, out at the college, Dr. Griscom has been running a program for several years here now. It's called Adopt a Kindergarten, and they're little kindergartners. And some people think, like, how could Thaddeus Stevens College, what's the association with little children? The association is we're planting a seed. We want those little kids to know that they have an opportunity to go through school and to go to college, to think big things about themselves, and to cultivate that. They were out there this week. I think there's 3 schools, 80 kids, 100 kids, and probably another 100. But to see them and realize that Thaddeus Stevens has brought this about. We're the beneficiaries of his efforts from way back. And to take the time to nurture these little kids in the city of Lancaster, it's quite an undertaking. Our faculty participates, our staff out there, Dr. Griscom interacts with them, and it's something to see and something to really be supportive of, because our kids are the future. We all know that. But to bring them all together and in love and harmony and work together and play together, it's a great thing. So we just want you to know that's what's going on the east side of town. We're planting a big flower bed of children, and we want to see them someday. I may not be here, but 12 years from now they'll be graduating, and we want to see them coming over to Stevens and doing good things in their lives. So I'm very appreciative. I'm very appreciative of Thaddeus Stevens, the things he stood for, and to see everybody here today. I thank you. I thank you for wanting to come out and be a part of a tribute and recognizing the memorial to Stevens. I thank you for just being residents of Lancaster, and that you have that inner feeling that here was a man that did do a lot of things right. Here was a man that represented all people, and in today's world, we don't find many people of that character the way Stevens did. Stand alone, stand alone. Didn't care about his political career. He win or lose, he stuck to the issues. He was a man that, I don't think I ever read anything about him where he was a man of compromise. He was a man that would fight and stay into the end. So, not that we have to mirror that, but I think we have to admire it. So I want to thank you. I'm going to, let's see, Mr. Metzler comes back, and he has a few things to say. And I want to thank each one of you for enduring the rain, the wind, and all the other little handicaps of standing out here in the middle of this cemetery.
Thank you very much, Alex. The next person we'll ask to come forward and speak is someone who really goes around and wears Stevens over his heart, over his head, promotes Stevens whenever he can, and does a great job as the founder and president of the Thaddeus Stevens Society, Mr. Ross Hetrick.
Oh, thank you. So what I'm wearing, I'm calling this the full Thad, with the hat and the shirt. Before I begin, I just want to make a few announcements. One, we are continuing to try to get a commemorative stamp, and we need your help to do that. And we have postcards that you can send in to the Postal Commission asking for that stamp. And Don Gallagher, where's Don? He's right over there, and he has lots of postcards. All you need is a stamp to send it in. So see him for those things. The other announcement is there is going to be, for those people who are from Gettysburg, which I guess there's not too many around here, but there's going to be a play or parts of a play on May 20th at the GAR Hall on Middle Street in Gettysburg. And George Machamp will be reprising his role as Thaddeus Stevens over there, the guy with the stylish Thaddeus Stevens hat right there. So anyway, I just wanted to say today was a very interesting day because I went over to the new Lancaster History Society Museum and talked to the curator about the wig. Let me tell you about the wig. I feel like the Thaddeus Stevens Society save Thaddeus Stevens' wig. It seems earlier, or actually late last year, the Historical Society got into an online competition with other historical artifacts to see how much support they could garner and also money they could raise. And it turned out that the Thad wig, which needs to be refurbished, got 200,000 votes. But that was not the winner. That came in sixth. The winning entry got 2 million votes. But they did raise $1,000, but that was still $500 short to refurbish the wig. So I saw the article and we had a meeting and we provided the extra $500. So now the wig's being refurbished and it's in Wig Hospital right now. And anyway, we were over there talking to the curator and he says once it comes back, they're planning on doing some sort of exhibit about Thaddeus Stevens with the wig and some other artifacts they have, like a boot and such. And so maybe that will fill in a gap which has been very gaping. People come here all hepped up about the Lincoln movie and they don't find anything at the Lancaster Historical Society. They do have a great archives at the Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology, but that's a little bit hidden and that's a real prize that only certain people know about. So hopefully with that exhibit and more plays like Tom Wiggins' great one-man play that you recently had here, Thaddeus Stevens will become a much more famous person, and perhaps 10 or 20 years from now, Lancaster will be known as the home of the greatest American congressman. So, thank you very much.
Each year, as part of the celebration, we have an essay contest at Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology, and spearheading that effort is Carol Smith Williamson, the Director of Multicultural Affairs at Thaddeus Stevens.
I thought if I left my umbrella, I'd be quicker. Good afternoon. I'm so glad that you're here in the elements. I thank you, Chris, and thank you to Dr. Griscom. I am so pleased to announce the winner of our Thaddeus Stevens essay contest. I'm reminded of two things as I'm out here. I put down my umbrella and my father was right. If I walk out into the rain, I will not melt. My first lesson. And second, he always said that you know a good speaker by three things. For me, he said, I'll know you did a good job if you stand up, you speak up, and you shut up. And so, with that said, we were pleased to be a part once again of the Jack and Helen Gorlick Award. And the winner of that award is here. And I'm just going to invite her to come on up, Miss Linda McGeechee, as I tell you a little bit about her. After graduating McCaskey, Ms. Linda McGeechee moved to Philadelphia. She resided there for 7 years, then returned to Lancaster, where she landed her dream job. During the most recent economic downturn, her situation became that of a nightmare when, after 10 years on the job, her company closed and she found herself unable to find work. She knew she had to enhance her skill set if she was to find success again for herself and her family. As a high school student, she knew a little about Stevens College in the 7th Ward. As an adult, she visited Stevens and felt welcomed and encouraged. She learned Stevens had a business administration degree and applied, hoping she could afford the tuition. Because of the Stevens grant and his legacy, Ms. McGeechee will receive her degree in business administration on May 10th. And upon graduation, that's good. And upon graduation, will seek full-time employment as she pursues her bachelor's degree in business administration. When asked her favorite song, her reply was Happy by Pharrell Williams, made famous by the Minions in the film Despicable Me 2. To know her is to know why that is her favorite song. I will ask you an indulgence. Last year, the winner read their essay. I know that we're going to retire to another venue. Would it be okay if we had her read it there instead of here? Sure. Would that work? No rain inside. Thank you. We also, though, do have a copy of the winning essay for the Gorlick family. And I don't know if they want to receive that now.
And now, representing the Gorlicks
Oh, I'm sorry.
is an alumnus of the college, James Russell Wolf, as I was corrected by his mother. That's why I should introduce him as 62 alum of the college. So,
Wait till.
Okay. Do we have a certificate here or something?
we have it, but not here in the room.
Oh, okay. Well, you're going to present me with the essay then.
This is mine.
You may? You may? Okay. No, is this no, the real one.
Yeah, I know.
That's his copy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Ah,
I'm
here.
so sorry. I'm nervous.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I
Congratulations.
appreciate it. I thank you to keep his legacy
Your
going on.
your diligence is greatly admired.
Thank you.
I just want to say, you know, you go through life. I know it's cold and it's raining. I just want to say 2 or 3 little things. And you don't realize how impacted you are by Thaddeus Stevens, in my case. When I was in 2nd grade, I was going to elementary school right up here in the corner at Stevens School. We came down here just like we're doing today as 2nd graders. And so that was once. Then again, in my teen years, because of Thaddeus Stevens, talk about seeds, the seed in his will started this whole program. And I ended up at the same place you went. And through the efforts of John Stauffer and Henry Wagner and Fred Wilds, the electric shop instructor, and Henry Wagner was dean of men. Of course, John Stauffer was the superintendent at that time, not the president. They got me through. And it wasn't through my diligence like it was through yours. It was tough for them. But I've stayed with the trade all this time since. And on the one shop at the time there was a statement, "He that hath a trade hath an estate." Now, of course, it's a college. But it's still a college of technology. And I heartily recommend it to you, your children, your grandchildren. So thanks very much for giving me that small opportunity. And thanks again to you.
Welcome, and thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And like I said in the beginning, the legacy of Stevens lives on today. You see it in a student that's getting ready to graduate, and a student, an alumnus who has been very successful out there. And with that, that concludes the outside the rain and the cold portion of the program. We do have a banquet at the Elks Lodge. If you did not receive a ticket, you can come forward and pick up a ticket. We'll be having a buffet-style banquet, and at that time, after we all go through and get something to eat, we'll hear from the essay winner as she presents her essay to us all. So with that, thank you for braving the elements. If you aren't joining us, drive home safely. And if you are joining us, we'll warm up in a couple minutes down here at the Elks Lodge. And there is a little directional tip on how to get there on the ticket. So if you need a ticket, just come forward. Tim Kramer is here with the tickets, and we'll see you later. Thank you very much.